Welcome to Thoroughbred Action high atop Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is a spectacular Saturday afternoon, 12 exciting races. Let's go next door to Pete Aiello with those track and weather conditions.
12 races on the Saturday program in South Florida with Chamber of Commerce weather conditions, temperatures in the low 80s, a sunny sky, the main track fast, the turf course firm. In the first of the day, we have claimers racing for a price tag of $6,250. They race 7 furlongs. Scratch number 9 over limit, a field of 8. The favorite was the 3, Dreamy Martini. Racing at Gulfstream. Smooth beginning for the favorite, Dreamy Martini, who's offensive-minded. Down at the inside, One Fine Ride put into play early. Up on their outside, Forest Gator makes it a party. Away in fourth is Bocati. Beneficiary is on the outside of him, working ahead of the Money Train, then Strong Composition, and the trailer is King Wildcat. 3 to 5 favorite, Dreamy Martini gets in front and leads 3 parts of a length. Toward the inside, One Fine Ride trying to keep his rail spot. He's about to get outpaced, though. Out 3 wide goes Forest Gator. Back to fourth, Beneficiary, only 2 lengths behind, racing ahead of Strong Composition. The Money Train is 3 wide. Bocati is between horses, and King Wildcat is last. Opening quarter was 23-1. Casual tempo for the favorite, Dreamy Martini. 3 furlongs from home and a half a length on top. 3 wide, Beneficiary. 4 wide, the Money Train. Forest Gator is next. One Fine Ride needs a way out from behind these top horses. Then from the back, and King Wildcat trying to get underway as they run for home. Dreamy Martini comes under pressure. Forest Gator is up for the lead. Beneficiary runs with him. Double J needs room for One Fine Ride. He's got a shot if he can get somewhere to go. Now he's got somewhere to go as Mitchell floated wide. Off the turn in the stretch drive. One Fine Ride now powers to the front and moves away. Forest Gator is back to second. Then it's the Money Train and a late run from King Wildcat. Final 16th of a mile. One Fine Ride, indeed, from Double J, as One Fine Ride kicked clear to win the Saturday opener by 3.5. Second, Forest Gator. Third was Beneficiary. Then the Money Train. Number 1, One Fine Ride, got a very fine ride indeed from jockey Jonathan Gonzalez. Split horses at the top of the stretch, and once he secured racing room, he finished up full of run to get the victory in the opener on a career-low class drop for owner, trainer, and breeder Emmy Gaffney. Second 5, Forest Gator at 70-1, ahead of number 8, Beneficiary, who ran third. We go to the second race now on the start of the early pick 4. Today's second race on turf at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Rider change on 3, Teak to Victor LeBron. Favorite was the 2, Wildcat Blast. And they're off. Teak and Wildcat Blast, the first 2 away, moving up between horses, and now challenging for the lead is Pure Style. Also right there is Cool Dixie Man, is tapping on the brakes is Teak. Up and by him goes Sydney's Charisma, ahead of Cryogenic. Out wide is Shanghai Noon, third last. Lovingard Simar, second last. The trailer, Johnny Tickets. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. 3 furlongs left to go. Wildcat Blast has the lead by a neck. Pure Style on the outside is there second. Teak gonna try a new trick. He's off the speed, trying to rally home from third. Lynch wants to follow him with Cryogenic, who needs an inside lane. Out wide on the course in Shanghai Noon as they race to the top of the stretch. Wildcat Blast turns first. Teak finds room toward the rail, and he can come from off the speed. And LeBron kicks Teak into another gear, and he opens up now by 4. Cryogenic is there second. Toward the inside, Shanghai Noon is third. But you can teach an old dog new tricks. Teak from off the pace to score. Second, Cryogenic. Third, Shanghai Noon. Closer for fourth, maybe Pure Style in 55-4. Teak had been making a reputation for himself here in South Florida as a horse who was reliable to go to the lead and get caught. Never did we expect, at least not me anyway, Teak to be able to relax off the speed and finish up like that, but he certainly did, and maybe he has a future from off the speed sprinting on grass. Victor LeBron word the son of Brooke and vow to victory for Jorge Navarro and owner Joe Bessiker. Time for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, a maiden claiming race at 5.5 furlongs. Price tag here is $10,000. Scratch the 1, Rising Storm, a field of 7. The favorite, number 3, Art's Table. And they're off. Perfect beginning. They broke as 1. From between horses, Shanghai Go-Go is headed off for the early lead. Arts Table ridden forwardly. He's up into second. Up on the outside, and Starship Taxi third. Back to fourth, Nation USA ahead of Rosas for Jimmy. Making a legacy's out the back door with Malachi Knight. They pass the half mile and move to the far turn. Shanghai Go-Go has the lead, but he's surrounded on both sides. Arts Table holds the inside edge. 3 wide and Starship Taxi. These top 3 are pouring on the speed. 4 ahead of Rosas for Jimmy. Nation USA stays in touch for Baracco. 3 better than Malachi Knight, and making the legacy his last. They move past the 5/16. Shanghai Go-Go puts away 8 to 5 shot Arts Table. Now he has to deal with 9 to 5 shot Starship Taxi. Starship Taxi means business. Arts Table's back for more. Arts Table back at the inside, and the 2 favorites go on. 3/16 to go. Miguel Vasquez and Starship Taxi with the lead. Arts Table tries to re-rally toward the rails second, well clear of the others. Arts Table back for more under Zayas, and he's up for the lead again. Starship Taxi could do nothing about it. Arts Table proves best. Second is Starship Taxi. Third is Nation USA. Closer for fourth, Malachi Knight or Shanghai Go-Go.
Number 3, Arts Table looked dead beat, turning for home as he dueled for the lead and pushed back to third. But Edgar Zayas had something up his sleeve, and the son of distorted humor rallied under strong handling to get the maiden diploma. The trainer Antonio Sana and the secure investments. 6, Starship Taxi second. 2, Nation USA ran third. Let's go now to the 4th race and start at pick 3 on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Fillies and mares in for a claiming price of $12,500. Scratch number 4, Happy River, a field of 8. The favorite was the 1. Thanks, Mom.
And they're off. Good start inside for Faithful Sue. My Masterpiece hit the ground running today. These 2 move ahead of Dervin. Necessary's trying to get over with Queen Lizzie. Thanks Mom saves ground toward the rail, racing ahead of the backmarkers Special Consideration and Courageous Change. Up front, My Masterpiece and Jeffrey Sanchez get clear and lead by 2. Dervin is on the outside of Faithful Sue, second and third. Thanks Mom is at the rail, fourth for Paco. In fifth is Queen Lizzie. Then back to Necessary outside of Courageous Change, and Special Consideration is last. 23 and 4 for the opening quarter speed. Down the backstretch they go. My Masterpiece in front 3 parts of a length. Dervin on the outside second. Toward the inside and Thanks Mom third. Back to fourth, Faithful Sue. Then Courageous Change, who's inside of Queen Lizzie. Necessary gets the wake-up call to try to launch a bid. And trailing is Special Consideration. 47 seconds for the half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. My Masterpiece has the lead by a length and a quarter. Dervin is second. Thanks Mom is third. Faithful Sue is fourth. Courageous Change is on the inside fifth, followed by Necessary as they race to the top of the stretch. My Masterpiece now asked to quicken up. She leads the way by a neck. Dervin up on the outside is now second. Swung to the center. Faithful Sue toward the inside and Thanks Mom. There's an eighth of a mile to go. My Masterpiece trying to get 1 more furlong. Faithful Sue on the outside takes a run at her. Dervin's from between horses. Thanks Mom, no place to go. In deep stretch, Faithful Sue for the front. Courageous Change is late on the scene. Faithful Sue won. Very close for second. My Masterpiece or Dervin, then Courageous Change and Thanks Mom.
Well prepared off the long layoff. It's number 2, Faithful Sue, unseen since Gulfstream Park West. And a nice ride from Marcos Meneses gets the daughter of Factum a comeback victory. Yvonne Belsour does the training. Bruno Schickedatz, the winning owner of this son or daughter of Factum. Faithful Sue, a 3-1 winner. 3, My Masterpiece did all the heavy lifting and held on for second ahead of the 5, Dervin, who ran third. Let's go now to race number 5 and start the middle pick 4, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for $6,250. Scratch the 4, Ship Disturber. Field of 8. The favorite was the 5, WW Concerto.
And they're off. From the center, Whiskey Shiner and WW Concerto, the first 2 to begin. Oh My Warrior put into play. Nephew Howard D moves up toward the inside. But it's the speedy veteran WW Concerto and Chuck Lopez who come away with the lead over the Whiskey Shiner, who races from second. Oh My Warrior is now third, back to fourth inside Nephew Howard D. Then Got Some Mojo and Nominal Dollars. Tempter taken to the outside to race second last, and unhurried is the trailer, Crazy Frank C. Opening quarter complete. It goes in 23 and 4, and it goes to WW Concerto, who leads the way a length and a quarter. Racing second, Whiskey Shiner toward the inside, Nephew Howard D. Got Some Mojo is the gray between horses. Oh My Warrior is 3 wide. Tempter is next. Then it's back to Crazy Frank C. And Nominal Dollars drops back last with half a mile left to run. WW Concerto hounded every step by Whiskey Shiner, who's within a neck of the lead now. 3 back to Oh My Warrior, trying to get underway while third. 3 wide and Tempter from between horses. Got Some Mojo. Nephew Howard D is at the rail. Nominal Dollars and Crazy Frank C have been no factor with less than 5/16 to run. WW Concerto, Whiskey Shiner, they continue to battle. Tempter given the green light to try to launch a wide bid. Nephew Howard D's at the inside with Oh My Warrior. 3/16 to go. Off the turn and the stretch drive, nothing decided yet. WW Concerto fights to hold it. On the outside and Whiskey Shiner toward the rail, Nephew Howard D. Down the stand side and Tempter. Final eighth of a mile, still nothing decided. WW Concerto has not let him by. WW Concerto won't let him by. WW Concerto, gamest of all. He turned Whiskey Shiner away for almost 3/8 of a mile. Final time for the race was 1:37.2.
Number 5, WW Concerto, is an old-fashioned fighter, and the 8-year-old pro would not let anybody past him, fighting off challenges from all sides every step of the journey under Chuck Lopez or Yvonne Belsor and Bruno Schickendans. That team gets back-to-back scores. Second 6, Whiskey Shiner, and third was number 1, Tempter. We move now to race number 6 of the afternoon on turf at a mile and a 16th. Maiden claimers in for $12,500. Scratch to 6, 13, 14, 15, and 16. A field of 11. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Clean beginning from the center for Prime Candidate, who's headed off for the early lead. Darby Dart got a much better start, and he's tugging and wants to go after the lead. Racing in third is Mont Chevalier. Out of there, fourth is Two Step Slew with Somer Legacy out widest of all. Saving ground is El Commendatore. Don't Quit's in the 2-path. Rocky Strange is 3 wide. Then back to outside looking in, and the 2 at the back are Marnesia One Step and Joe Specs. Around the first turn they go, and with the advantage, Prime Candidate and Angel Rodriguez 3 parts of a length better than Darby Dart on the outside second. At the rail third is Somewhere Legacy. Racing in fourth is the favorite Mont Chevalier. Rocky Strange is between horses. Two Steps Slew is 3 wide. El Commendatore is at the rail. 2 back to outside looking in. Then Don't Quit. Still at the back, Joe Specs and Marnesia One Step. 24-2 for the opening quarter speed. There's 5 furlongs left to race. Prime Candidate leads the way by a neck. Darby Dart on the outside is there second. 3 wide, Mont Chevalier third. Somewhere Legacy is at the rail fourth. Rocky Strange is fifth. Two Step Slew, Round Racing in sixth. Outside looking in, and El Commendatore are next. Trying to run home from the back, Marnesia One Step with Joe Specs and Don't Quit as they round the far turn. Panici gives some rein to Darby Dart, and he's up to challenge for the lead. Mont Chevalier 3 wide and on the attack now. Prime Candidate tries to stay with these top 2, moving 3 ahead of Longshot Somer Legacy. Then outside looking in. 3/4, 1:13-2, and they're at the top of the stretch. Mont Chevalier and Lionel Reyes come away with the lead. Darby Dart back to second, down the stand side and outside looking in. Here's a late run from Marnesia One Step. Final 1/8 of a mile, and it's all about Mont Chevalier. Mont Chevalier by 3. Outside looking in, trying to gain ground late. Mont Chevalier outside looking in. Mont Chevalier in front. Outside looking in second, El Commendatore third, then Marnesia One Step and Darby Dart.
Bettors eventually settled on number 11, Mont Chevalier, as the betting favorite, and that was wise money as he gets the maiden diploma here today under jockey Lionel Reyes for Teamwork Horseman Group and Bluegrass Legacy Stable. Juan Andreas Rodriguez, the winning trainer. Second one, outside looking in, ahead of number 2, El Commendatore, who ran third. Time for commercial timeout. Still to come, the Rainbow Six sequence. Don't go away.
Zepper is pulling away. Ghost Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Zepper again has won. Ghost Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 7 on the program, the start of the Rainbow Six today. That pool more than $300,000. On turf at about 7.5 furlongs, claimers in for $12,500. A field of 12. The off-time favorite was number 8, It's a New Year.
And they're off. Toward the inside, Remember the Main gets the first call. 2-step Time has speed. Dave Hode into the top flight. Also moving up is Mayer, and Mayer is now up to challenge for the lead. Out wide on the course goes the favorite, It's a New Year. It's a New Year moves to take second in the charge to the first turn. Mayer is in front. Mayer leads the way now by a length. Toward the inside, Remember the Main second, two-step time third. It's a New Year fourth. Fast Eddie E is back to fifth, then Dave Hote and Granny's Kitten. Length and a half to Romp and Reed, well settled toward the rail. Racing ahead of Could Be and Abbott. They've dropped better than 8 lengths behind. The two at the back are Vigas and Bowtie Affair. Quarter speed was strong, 23-1, and Mayer and jockey Jairo Rendon trying to win it right now. They've sprinted to a 5-length lead. Remember the Main is second, two-step time is third, unhurried fourth is It's a New Year. Following fifth is Fast Eddie E, in the two-path sixth is Dave Hote. Then Romp and Reed, Granny's Kitten widest of all, Could Be is in between horses. And then it's a back two of the outside and Vigas trying to play catch-up is Abbott, and trailing is Bowtie Affair. Mayer has certainly gone quick. He went 45-4 for a half mile. Inside a quarter of a mile from home, but he's only 3 on top. Taking up the slack second, It's a New Year. Dave Hote swung to the center to punch home with Fast Eddie E and Granny's Kitten as they wheel for the drive. 3 quarters, 109-4. Now there's an eighth of a mile to go. Things getting tight up top. Dave Hote continues to close. Romp and Reed toward the rail. Dave Hote out in the center. Romp and Reed. Mayer, Remember the Main. It's Dave Hote, Romp and Reed, Romp and Reed. Romp and Reed rides the rail to win. It's very close for second as Remember the Main fought hard and might have outdone Dave Hote. 1:28 flat the running time.
Number 6, Romp and Reed, is a horse that really always runs well and always gets checks, but never gets that victory. Today, he got that victory under a rail-skimming ride from jockey Miguel Vasquez. He wins a tight one for Steve Dwoskin and owners Steve Dwoskin and Wayne Lobdell. Second, number 1, Remember the Main, in a game effort over the 4, Dave Hote, who had every opportunity but flattened out to be third. We go to the 8th race now. Florida-bred maiden special weight runners at 6 furlongs. A purse here of $45,000. Scratch number 7, Big Island. Field of 13. Heavily favored. Number 10, Quizzical Cajun.
And they're off. Quizzical Cajun away well in the pink cap. Sent hard on the outside is Fortunate Friends. Driving it up toward the rail is Lennox. Lennox will land second behind a new leader, Wonder In. And Wonder In now pushes clear to lead by 3. Lennox is second on the outside, and racing into third goes Jamaican. Back to fourth is Quizzical Cajun ahead of an outside running Fortunate Friends. Then it's a length back to Loudon Song, racing 2 in front of Glory of Florida. These top flight horses have 4 on War Feather. One of the newcomers, Company Store, starts to improve inside of him. Then back to Burley Boy. 2 lengths back. Third last is All About the Beach. Second last is Wolf Pub. And last of all, while trying to make an attack, is Summer Beach as they round the far turn. Loose up top. It's Wonder In. He's not giving him a chance yet. Wonder In and Luca Panici off the top of the turn. There's 7 on top. Quizzical Cajun trying to make a race of it with Lennox alongside. Then Jamaican and Glory of Florida. 45-1 for a half mile. Panici trying to get 3/16 more from Wonder In. The strides are shortening. Quizzical Cajun coming on. Here's Company Store erupting between horses. Wonder In's on the ropes. It's Quizzical Cajun to take the lead. Down the center in Company Store. Quizzical Cajun will win it. Company Store up second. Third, Wonder In. Fourth, Glory of Florida in 1:11-2.
Some anxious moments if you had number 10, Quizzical Cajun, as the public pick in today's 8th race, but he put his best foot forward late in the game and got up to win it for trainer Jason Service and jockey Nick Juarez. Michael Dubb and Bethlehem Stables, the new owners of the Son of Cajun Breeze. Good run from the 6, Company Store. Put him on the list. He'll be tough right back. Another horse who should be tough next time is the 2, Wonder In, who was a speedy sort and ended up third. We go to the 9th race now and sprint on turf, 5 furlongs the journey. Fillies and mares go to post here. Rider change on 1, Speed Star. Make it Paco Lopez. Scratch number 5, Fallen Leaf. A field of 10. The favorite was the 6, Richie's Sister.
And they're off. Good start from the center for Richie's Sister, who heads off for the early lead. Catharsis has speed on her outside, slamming on the brakes with Speed Stars. She wasn't quick enough to hold her spot. Out wide is Sugar Bolt into third. Back to fourth, Conquest Tis Fire. In between horses is Odd Remark ahead of Precocious Peach. Then Speed Star ahead of Miss Claudia. Out the back are First Appeal and Crazy for Sophia. They leave the backstretch and fly around the far turn. Richie's Sister has the lead, 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Catharsis keeps the heat on second. 3 clear of Sugar Bolt third. Trying to rally with an inside lane is Conquest Tid Fire ahead of Odd Remark and Precocious Peach, and they're at the top of the stretch. Richie's Sister cuts the corner and maintains her lead. Catharsis is second toward the inside, and Conquest Tis Fire down the center, and Sugar Bolt late run from Odd Remark. 16th to go. Richie's Sister held together. Richie's Sister and Nick Juarez will do it by 2 in the end. Catharsis was second. Sugar Bolt was third. Closer for fourth as Odd Remark charged hard in 55-2.
Nick Juarez and Jason Service complete a quick-fire double on the program. They go back-to-back here as number 6, Richie's Sister, is the speed of the speed, and she hangs on to win it for Mike Napoli. Second, number 11, Catharsis, and third was the 10, Sugar Bolt. Let's go now to race number 10 in the first leg of the late pick 3. Race 10 on turf, around 2 turns and 1 mile. This was the Saturday feature. Scratch the 3, 8, 10, and 12. Off-time favorite, undefeated at Gulfstream, number 5, The Way I Am.
And they're off. Lady Joan wins the break and tries to establish a clear advantage from Arabella Bella up on the outside. Vow to Recover with Killer Instinct into the top flight. The Way I Am is a bit keen in her comeback try. Lynch trying to get her to settle toward the back of the field. Going ahead of her both American Frolic and Arabella Bella. Then at the inside is Samadi second last, and the trailer is Miss Momentum. Around the first turn they go, and loose up top, Lady Joan, the daughter of Courageous Cat, leads by a length and a half. Vow to Recover is second, 3 clear of Killer Instinct third. American Frolic is fourth, tucked in fifth is Arabella Bella. Back to sixth in the 2-path is The Way I Am, racing ahead of Miss Momentum, and Samadi last. 24-4, reasonable opening quarter speed, and they're leaving Lady Joan to her own devices here. Lady Joan by 2 with 5 furlongs left to race. Vow to Recover is second, American Frolic is third. Killer Instinct at the inside is fourth, followed by Arabella Bella, and the favorite, The Way I Am, on the outside. Then back to Miss Momentum, who's still unhurried second last, and Samadi is last. 49-3 for the opening half mile. It's been a leisurely stroll thus far for Lady Joan, but on the outside, Vow to Recover issues the challenge. Miss Momentum is going to make Lynch move on The Way I Am, and these two trying to get to the top horse, and that top horse is still Lady Joan. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Lady Joan through 3 quarters and 1:13-2 to the attack. The Way I Am, Miss Momentum on the stand side with Vow to Recover. 1/8 of a mile to go. Lady Joan fighting hard and has still the lead. On the outside, and The Way I Am trying to press past. Lady Joan has the lead. The Way I Am on the outside is out of time. Lady Joan all the way. Lady Joan and Paco beat The Way I Am a half a length at 1:35-4.
Number 5, The Way I Am, ran huge, but she ran into a better horse today as number 4, Lady Joan, gets the money at 3-1 in gate-to-wire fashion. Opening half mile tells the story. She's a quality daughter of Courageous Cat, and they left her alone too long. Owned and bred by Hillyfield Stable, Phil Serpy, the winning trainer. Second, number 5, The Way I Am, ahead of the 11, Vow to Recover, who finished third. Time for a commercial break. The late Daily Double is right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for race number 11 on the program. 1 mile over the main track. Starter allowance, optional claiming horses, and a nice field assembled. Some real pros in here. Scratch the 1 and 6. The favorite was the South Carolina bred, number 3, Dizzy Gillespie.
And they're off. Dizzy Gillespie with an alert enough beginning. Amaluna has a touch of speed. Charlie the Greek won't be far away. Summer Spice is taken in hand, and Big Boy Bruno's on the outside. Pace a controlled one as they exit the chute with the big favorite, Dizzy Gillespie, in front. Charlie the Greek's going to give him a bit of pressure early while racing in second. Out of their third is My Chaplain. Back to fourth inside is Summer Spice. Then Big Boy Bruno, and it's the mare, Amaluna, who drops back last as they complete a quarter in just 24-3. No pace on at all. That's good news for Dizzy Gillespie fans as he's in front and center and in front a length and a quarter. On the outside, Charlie the Greek is there second. Mr. Chaplin is third. Summer Spice is at the rail under a loose rein from Barrios. Big Boy Bruno races between horses, and Amaluna is last. They pass the half-mile mark and swing to the far turn. And up front, Dizzy Gillespie held together nicely through a 47 3 half-mile. Leads by 2 over Charlie the Greek in second. From the outside, Big Boy Bruno is a joint third. Summer Spice is at the rail. 3 wide in Mr. Chaplin and 5 to Amaluna. They move past the 5/16 and go to the top of the stretch. Dizzy Gillespie still has the lead. On the outside and working harder second, Charlie the Greek. Big Boy Bruno is next. Summer Spice tries to launch a bid with an inside path. After 3 quarters and 1:11 3, they straighten for the drive. Dizzy Gillespie now an eighth of a mile from home and 3 on top. Charlie the Greek is second. Big Boy Bruno is third. Summer Spice at a 1-run fourth. Mr. Chaplin down the stand side with a shot for third, but Dizzy Gillespie is still there. Charlie the Greek's going to take a late run. Charlie the Greek makes it very close. I'm not sure he got there, but he certainly gave him something to think about. Photo finish at 1:37 2.
Tight finish at today's 11th race, but the favorite holds on. Number 3, Dizzy Gillespie, as an odds-on choice, gets the job done under Miguel Vasquez for Peter Walder and Walder Racing. Good drive from number 5, Charlie the Greek. He needed one more jump. He ended up second over 7, Mr. Chaplin, who ran third. To the 12th and final race now, race number 12 on turf at a mile and a 16th. A nice allowance race of the maiden variety for fillies of the 3-year-old variety. So a field of 12 went postward, scratched the alternates 13 through 15. Rider change on 12 Valiants to Jeffrey Sanchez.
And runners away. From the outside, Afira begins very quickly, and she's already crossed over toward the inside. On the far outside, Valiance also had a very quick reaction from the gate, and she'll land second. Dinah Passer is saving ground toward the inside, a joint third, alongside Call to Victory, who's a bit headstrong while fourth. Followed fifth inside by To a Friend, then Final Adventure, who's mid-flight. Park 3 wide around the turn is Dance and Sing. Then back to Life in Flash, who's a length and a half in front of La Australiana. Down at the inside goes Great Sister Diane with Cladaw's Run between horses, and Sassy Fleet is last of all as they bend around that first turn. 24 3 for a casual opening quarter speed. Afira has the lead by a neck. Sanchez keeps the pressure on with Valiance from second. Dinah Passer gets a good spot third at the inside from fourth and Call to Victory. Outside fifth goes Dance and Sing, saving ground sixth is To a Friend. Racing seventh is Final Adventure. La Australiana is eighth. Ninth is Life in a Flash. 10th out wide is Sassafleet. Cladaw's Run is 11th, and that relegates Great Sister Diane to 12th and last through a 49 1/2 mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Jaramillo and Afira still with the lead, but Valiance continues to press the issue on the outside, and Valiance has now had enough of Afira and goes for home and leads 3 parts of a length. Dinah Passer is into the clear. Call to Victory 3 wide for Hyro Rendon. 2.5 better than To a Friend, who finds his best stride and comes on next. 3 quarters, 1:13 flat, they turn for home. Valiance trying to finish what she started. She's an eighth of a mile from home and 2.5 on top. From between horses, it's Dinah Passer down the stand side and Call to Victory. Final 16th of a mile, it's still Valiance with the lead, and Valiance comes ready to roll, and she's an 8-1 winner. Dinah Passer second, third Call to Victory, then To a Friend in 1:42 flat.
Number 12, Valiance, comes ready to roll in her career debut, winning pretty impressively under Jeffrey Sanchez, working all the way over from the outside gate and holding off all the stretch challenges after making first run on the speed. Trained by Todd Pletcher and owned by China Horse Club, Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, and Martin Schwartz. Once again, Jeffrey Sanchez for an 8-1 winner in the Saturday finale. Super High Five did not get hit, carryover there of more than $2,000. Plenty of winners in the Rainbow Six, carryover there of also more than $200,000.
And that wraps up Saturday's action. We're back here on Sunday with an 11-race card, our first race post at 1:15 p.m. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park. And let's go see if we can find Pete Aiello.
Outside and Whiskey Shiner toward the rail, Nephew Howard D. Down the stand side and Tempter. Final eighth of a mile, still nothing decided. WW Concerto has not let him by. WW Concerto won't let him by. WW Concerto gave us the ball. He turned Whiskey Shiner away for almost 3/8 of a mile. Final time for the race was 1:37 and 2.